Well, the weather just keeps changing. It's 75 degrees one day and 40 the next. Welcome to geoengineering, but that's not about my topic today. Uh, this is a great heartwarming story about healing. I was in Parker, Colorado at the time, and this older gentleman, avid hunter. I mean, even loads his own bullets. You know, this guy's out there, elk hunter. And older guy, and I was at a altar guild meeting, Lutheran church, down in Parker, Trinity. And ladies get together at Christmas, you know, to share some fellowship and goodies. And I was in attendance as an assistant pastor, and I went down there, and a gentleman had a very, very painful neck. He had been in a very bad whiplash accident 6 months earlier, and heat, ice, drugs, you know, he was in pain day and night, couldn't sleep. Poor guy. I thought maybe we should pray for his healing, but I'm in the group of people that are not too aware of such possibilities for God, and I thought, why not? So I was kneeling in the hallway after going to the bathroom saying, God, you better show up. Just the people that are probably the most critical of me being in this church. And so, I see a bunny. My doggie's out here. She'll find him soon enough. And so I go in and I say, Harold, I said, why don't we pray for that neck? He said, no, I ain't going to do no good. I'm fine. I'll get through it. What? On and on and on and on. I had to convince him. Finally, he gave in. Put him in the circle. I put a chair behind him. My wife was over in the corner praying in tongues as quietly as she could. Kind of a no-no in the Lutheran church at the time, and still in many Lutheran churches. And prayed about 15 minutes for him, had my hands on the back of his neck. I said, Harold, how you feeling? He said, wow, pretty good. I just feel a little arthritis pain. I said, okay, let's keep going. Let's get rid of that too. So I prayed another 5 minutes. How you feeling? He said, the pain's completely gone. He was just mesmerized, and the people in attendance thought it was pretty cool, but figured probably it was just a good massage, you know. So he was pain-free. He went out and had coffee the next day, as he normally does, with the previous pastor of the church. And he said, Pastor Jeff probably just gave you a good neck rub. It'll be back in a couple of days. Don't you worry. All too typical, maybe Lutheran pastor kind of response. And anyway, 10 years later, the pain's still gone. So he went back to see his doctor. You know, he had an MRI visit that following week, and the doctor said, this is impossible. He said, your vertebrae have separated back to close to where they should be. And he had, so I have a before X-ray and after MRI visit of his neck. Actually, he got me copies somewhere I had it in the house. This was 20 years ago. So some of these stories are kind of old. And so, and then later, he had a problem with his leg. He said, Pastor Jeff, I just need God to heal me again. I said, well, we'll see if he's got 2 healings in store for you. And so he had some pain shooting down his leg. Just commanded, you know, some healing and leg to be healed, that kind of stuff. You don't command God, but you can command the body, the vessel. The Hunters have some good information on this, Frances Hunter and her husband. Anyway, he had an X-ray a few weeks later after that, and the doctor said, I can't believe this. He said, your bone is white. It's as white as a 20-year-old, or as a teenager, I think he said. And he shared his testimony with that doctor. So Harold got a couple awesome healings from the Lord. You just got to wonder sometimes why he heals one and not another. You know, and this guy was reluctant, stubborn old German, you know. That was one for the books. And I'll be sharing more later. Love you all. Bye.